And looking to make Mama proud. Bryce Harper returns to the lineup, ready to put his best foot forward. Ian Desmond takes a few shots at building on his league-leading extra base hit total. And Gio starts for the 8th time, poised to back up his win last time out. Nats, Cubs, Masson HD. It is a clear and bright Mother's Day. It is a little cool at the yard. There's a big-time breeze blowing in from right down at that Navy Yard station. Pink lineup card, pink bats, wristbands, pink seams on the baseball. It's all about Mom today, and why not? And it's all about winning a series for the Nats. Tough one yesterday, trying to bounce back today. Hey, they still won 7 of their last 9. And a week ago today, Gio, really rough start in Pittsburgh, and then he gathered himself and pitched a fantastic game.
You forgot pink partner, but yeah, we'll go to Gio Gonzalez last time out. I thought he did a nice job battling through a tough first inning. It looked like the wheels were going to come off. Steve McCatty went to the mound, righted the ship after a first pitch home run to Starling Marte, and Gio Gonzalez settled down. I think the changeup of all pitches is what saved Gio Gonzalez's last outing. He relied on it heavily, a little hug to Steve McCatty, and everything was good.
And then, of course, there's Ian Desmond. Last couple of games, absolutely on fire. 6 out of 8, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. Batting average is up to the 300 mark. This is a guy who keeps producing game after game after game, and not just singles either. University College and by Hyundai. New thinking, new possibilities. A little chilly on the waters of the Anacostia today, I can guarantee you that. Quite a wind ripping down from the north right now, and it's going to be a little chilly at Nationals Park today. So the Cubs and the Nats play a rubber game of this 3-game series. Train celebrating its 100th anniversary by offering irresistible financing. It's hard to stop a train really hard. So mostly sunny, but look at the winds. 21 miles an hour from the west-northwest. It'll be 65 degrees when Gio throws his first pitch in a moment. Cubs are 14-22. The Nats are 20-16, and their 12-8 record, fourth best win total at home in the big leagues. Gio has been a central conqueror since the beginning of last year, and then Scott Feldman has won his 3 starts. He signed a 1-year free agent contract with the Cubs after a bunch of years with the Rangers. So Starlin Castro's back in the leadoff spot today. 4-for-7 career against Gio Gonzalez. And Alfonso Soriano, hitting .273, has done most of his damage against left-handed pitchers this year. Soriano 2-for-6 against Gio. That'll be a matchup to keep an eye on today. 4th career start for Gio against the Cubs. 1-1 in the previous 3 with a .574 ERA. And he's going with the sleeves today on a cool day.
Last time out, just talked about it, Sunday at Pittsburgh. Battled through a tough first inning to get the 6-2 win. He worked 6 innings, giving up just 2 runs on 5 hits, struck out 5, walked 2, threw 102 pitches, 63 of those for strikes. So 2-seam fastball, 4-seam fastball, averaging 92 miles an hour, curveball change to go with it. Get this, last time out, he threw the changeup almost 30% of the time, and on the year he's been averaging that pitch about 8% of the time. Set the defense for the Nats behind Gio, or the Gios behind the Nats. Lombardozzi, Span, Harper in the outfield. Desmond Zimmerman on the left side. Espinosa, LaRoche on the right side. And Kurt Suzuki doing the catching. And Steve Lombardozzi getting the nod in left field today. He was out here, I'd say about 11 o'clock this morning, maybe a hair earlier, taking fungos from Tony Tarasco in the outfield. The Nationals didn't take batting practice today, but he was out here working on his defensive skills with nobody else on the field.
John Tumpain, junior member of the umpiring crew, actually in his 3rd year now, doing some major league games along with his minor league work. Paul Nart, Angel Hernandez, the crew chief, and Doug Eddings, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So the first time we've seen John Tumpain behind the plate. We'll see what kind of strike zone he has as Gio duels with Scott Feldman. Starlin Castro, 3-for-10 with an RBI in the series, steps in. First pitch on the way. It's a strike at 137. Castro at 271. Cubs are 9th in the league in batting average, 11th in runs, but they're in the top 4 in home runs. Hot shot. Danny Espinosa right there to start the game with a 2-pitch out. That'll bring in Cody Ransom and then Anthony Rizzo. So Gio making his 8th start. League only hitting .218 against him. Control's been a problem at times. Just over a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. 41 Ks in 38 innings, 20 walks. Cody Ransom, an RBI. 2-for-5 in the series. And like the rest of the Cubs, most of those hits doubles. He goes up swinging. This is Ian Desmond on the move. 3 pitches, 2 ground ball outs. STG Inc. takes us inside the numbers. Find out why the government and employees choose STG Inc. Interesting. Jordan goes tomorrow night at Dodger Stadium. But FP, one guy having a hard time with the economy, and the other one is a master economist when it comes to pitches.
Well, I think Gio Gonzalez, one of his best strengths is being effectively wild, but that average is going down as we speak. 3 pitches, 2 outs for Gio.
And he throws a strike to Anthony Rizzo, who's had a really good series.
And what do I mean by that? As a hitter, when you step in there and you don't know you're getting a strike, and the guy's throwing mid-90s with a nasty curveball changeup combination, it's not a comfortable at-bat. You can't just dig in and swing knowing that he's going to be around the plate. And that's what I mean by effectively wild. But first curveball from Gio Gonzalez to Anthony Rizzo, a dandy.
And the 0-2 pitch. Fastball sails upstairs. Rizzo in this series, 3 RBIs, 5 hits. And he's 2nd in the league with 19 extra base hits, right behind Ian Desmond.
It's also really hard to be a power guy and have command and have both of those things going on. I think Jordan Zimmerman probably the exception to the rule. You throw hard, it's tough to hit spots. That's your deal, right? You're not a guy that throws 89. You throw 95.
Busted bat, and Gio has it. An 8-pitch, 9-pitch first inning for Gio Gonzalez. Staggered a bit, We've seen some line drives right back at pitchers.
Glove saving a beauty.
Yeah. Gonzalez evidently okay after taking that line drive to the backhand side. Starting lineup brought to you by Mazda. We believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. Kurt Suzuki, 7 of 17 with runners in scoring position. And by the way, one ball hit safely today would be his 700th career hit in this series. He's 1 for 3 with a couple of RBIs. Pretty much the standard guys out there, as FP told you. Lombardozzi gets the start. Scott Feldman has never faced the Nats in his American League career with Texas. He had a 17-8 season in 09 when he threw 190 innings. Has had trouble duplicating that since. Went 6-11 last year. Cubs signed him as a free agent at the age of 30.
And last time out, May 6 against Texas, got the 9-2 win. Scattered 2 hits over 7 scoreless innings. Struck out 3, walked 1 through 102 pitches, 63 of those for a strike. So two-seam fastball, averaging 91 miles an hour. Cutter are his 2 main pitches, an occasional curveball as well. He'll cut it and sink it, move it around, keep it down. Throttle you on both sides of the plate. And after starting 0-3, he is 3-0 with a 1.59 and 17 strikeouts in his last 3 starts.
He's a big man at 6'7", 230. That's in there to Denard Span, who's faced him 14 times. Kurt Suzuki 17 times. So the former American leaguers, I'm sure, helping their Nationals teammates today as far as what to look for from this right-hander. Denard hitless in the series. With the walk, he's not hitless anymore. Plugs the gap in left center. Sweeney turns around and throws. Safe with a double. Bottom of the first, off to a good start.
And there goes the no-hitter. And wouldn't you know, the first base hit of this baseball game has been kind of the theme of this series, doubles. And Denard Span gets a 2-seam fastball down and away. Rides it in the left center field gap. Good hustle right here by Ryan Sweeney to get over there. Makes it fairly close at second base with the speedy Span. And that's how this one starts. A leadoff double from Denard Span.
8th extra base hit, 6th double. That'll bring in Steve Lombardozzi, who's an ideal hitter to have up in a situation like this, where you're looking to move a runner. Lombardozzi in this series, and he doesn't bite on that outside pitch. He'd rather pull it if he can. 1 for 1 with a pinch triple yesterday. 36 at bats from the left side this year, 7 hits.
So this is where Scott Feldman's going to go with the 2-seam fastball away, and it's up to Steve Lombardozzi to go out there and try to hook it to the right side.
Well, he is a contact man. No question about that. 53 official at bats. He's only struck out 4 times. look at that one that just misses. So 3 in a row out there by Feldman, and the count's 2-1.
Well, you talk about bunting early in a game. A lot of people don't like that play, and I understand why. But for a left-handed hitter facing a sinker ball guy when the ball's running away from you, unless you get right on top of the plate, it's hard to take that sinker, get around it, and hit it to the right side.
Lombardozzi does pull it, but he pops it up. Anthony Rizzo makes the call and stays with it, 1 out. Most talked about toe in Washington, D.C., and now they might be the most talked about feet. Here comes Bryce Harper with the pink spikes on, returning to the lineup.
Those are fancy. I like them.
My question is, if you go 4 for 4 on Mother's Day, do you have to turn in your pink bat? Could you use it the next day?
I don't think the league will allow it, to be honest with you. I'm sure there's some guys that want to do it.
Bryce, of course, going with his traditional model today.
With the pants down during a day game, usually has the high socks. Probably didn't look good with the pink shoes and the red stirrups.
Yeah, good call.
It's your fashion police segment of the show.
Yeah, and you are the chief of police in that phase of the department.
I am. I like those.
Bryce with 17 extra base hits despite the time missed. Still the 7th most in the league. Up and away, 2-0. So only Span, LaRoche, and Suzuki in the lineup today have faced Scott Feldman. Still only one of 3 hitters in the league in double digits with home runs. And a 2-0, and Bryce just looks at it outside, ball 3.
Yeah, he doesn't want a whole lot to do with Bryce Harper right here. First base open. Ryan Zimmerman on deck.
High in the zone, outer half. 3 balls, 1 strike. Outfield deep. Straight away. Infield to pull just a bit against Harper. Castro staying behind Span, then he retreated right as Feldman went into his set position.
Truck is telling me that Bryce Harper's using Miguel Cabrera's bat. So triple crown in the box right now along the side of Bryce Harper.
You know, Bryce signs a baseball from Miguel, you get a bat in return. That's a good deal. 3-1 pitch. He'll walk with that bat. I'm sure that bat's been pitched around before.
Well played. Let's set the defense for the Cubbies today behind Scott Feldman. Soriano, Sweeney, Hairston in the outfield. Castro, Ransom on the left side of the infield. Barney Rizzo on the right side. And Deandre Navarro doing the catching.
Ryan Zimmerman, 2 walks, a base hit in the series. 6 for 24 since coming off the DL. Early RBI opportunity. Trying to add to his total of 12.
Maybe a little extra incentive, too, after the pitch around to Bryce Harper.
Man, way up the middle is Barney, the second baseman. That'll be a called strike, and Ryan really turned his head in surprise to the rookie umpire.
Well, that's one of those where as a hitter, you're just like, I'm 1-0, that ball's not even close, and all of a sudden you hear a sound and you look back and say, excuse me?
You know, and that's interesting because John Tumpain is set up over the left shoulder of Deandre Navarro. A lot of umpires won't give the strike on the off shoulder they're not looking over, but he did. That's way outside. Counts even. Of course, Ryan and his mom, Cheryl, very close over the years. She was stricken with MS when Ryan was 10 years old. His Zims Foundation with the capital MS at the end. Many, many years helping out MS funding and research. And that ball is jacked, heading for the scoreboard. It will be dropped at the board by Scott Hairston. Span comes home. At third base, Harper. Zimmerman RBI double. His mom Cheryl will love that. And the Nats are on top.
You walk him to get to me. There had to be a little extra incentive right there in that bat for Ryan Zimmerman. And nobody feels better than the guy standing on second base right now. A couple of hard hit balls here in the first inning. First Denard Span, now Ryan Zimmerman. And Trent Jewett almost had to send Denard Span right there, because Bryce Harper was breathing down his throat. If you hold Denard Span at third base, you got a two-car pileup. You see the effort from Hairston right there going up against the wall. A nice piece of hitting right there for Ryan Zimmerman. After some things that happened yesterday, that has to feel good for him to get off to a good start here today.
Absolutely. Looked like the ball hit the scoreboard, then hit Hairston. Nats on top, and a big RBI chance now for Adam LaRoche, looking for his first of this series. But he does have 3 hits against the Cubs. 0 for 1 career against Feldman. Harper way down the line because Cody Ransom's 30 feet off the bag. And of course, Ransom has to stay home on the left side because of the runners. Cubs, like most ball clubs, usually play a shift on LaRoche. Not this time. 8-game hitting streak, 12 for his last 25. Well, the Nats got off to a good start with a couple of runs in the second inning on Friday. They've broken on top here. Fastball by Adam LaRoche at 91 upstairs.
Get into a 2-0 count, take a shot. Yeah, May has been very good to Adam LaRoche, 414 average, and he said it's all he needed to do is see a turn of the calendar. There's the numbers to prove it.
480 during his hitting streak. And a 2-1 that he fouls.
All right, those a couple of shots for yourself now. 2-strike count, shorten up. This one's for the ball club. Infield back. Put the ball in play, get yourself an RBI, and put your team up 2-0.
Two pitch. LaRoche offered. He went, says Doug Innings. And he's gone, 2 down.
A pretty good curveball right here from Feldman. Did he go?
Pretty far. It'll be up to Ian Desmond. Who would you rather have at the plate here? And I know Danny Espinosa is a left-handed batter, switch hitter next. But you know the Cubs are aware of what this guy's doing with the bat. It'll be really interesting to see how they pitch him here.
I imagine he's going to get a lot of cut fastballs on the outer half. Let's see where they go. There's one.
Well outside. Inside the numbers with STG Inc. So his hits, equal opportunity. Home runs, equally left and center. Ian Desmond indeed using the entire ballpark. That's how you hit 300.
Yeah, but you say entire, it's entire. All the extra base hits, he's using the gaps, every bit of both gaps, using the lines.
But how many shortstops can have half their home runs to center field?
Yeah, 6 times this year he's used the seats. So he's using the entire ballpark.
I like to see him use the left field bullpen right here. That's out of play off to the right side. Pretty good rip on 2-0. Third base Harper. Second base Zimmerman. Ryan the RBI, his 13th. On a pitch up and in, Ian fouled it back.
And that's what Feldman will do to you. Just throttle you side to side. You know, cutters away, sinkers into right-handers. When he's truly effective, those pitches are at the bottom of the strike zone. So far here in the first inning, they haven't been. He's throwing strikes, but if you watch his last outing against Texas, everything was at the knees or below.
Big 2-2 pitch here. 2 on, 2 out. And Desmond, a good take on a breaking ball away.
Almost the same location as strike one to Ryan Zimmerman. Different pitch, same location. Didn't get the call.
Check out Mercedes-Benz on the web at mbusa.com with our pitch track. Desmond, 17 RBIs, 5 of them in this series. Good take, bases loaded. Taking what the game gives you. And that's not easy for Ian. That's only his 4th walk this season. 2 free passes in the inning. It'll be up to Danny Espinosa.
I mean, obviously, Davy Johnson, the Nats would like to cash in right here and have a 2 or 3, 4-run lead going into the second. But the bottom line with this inning is Scott Feldman has had a high-stress first here, thrown a lot of pitches, 26 as we speak, but not just the amount of pitches, the type of pitches he's had to throw here. Quality strikes, trying to nibble to get out of this, going to his ace stuff right here out of the gate. That might come back to haunt him later in this game.
Espinosa takes a breaking ball. He's now thrown 15 balls among those 27 pitches. Danny 2 for 8, couple of RBIs in the series, and he sits safely in 6 of his last 7 games.
I guess my point is he's going to the well right now in the first, and that doesn't bode well for a long day because he's going to his A+ stuff to try to get out of a jam right out of the gate.
Well, Chris Bosio counting along with his pitcher. On a pitch up, Danny Espinosa late for it, 90. STG Inc. inside the numbers. Nobody on. Danny almost an automatic out. Runners on. He is almost an automatic RBI. So the second largest difference in the National League from bases empty to men aboard. Target away. Left field. That ball carrying out to Soriano. His little skip and hop and catch. The Nats will score a run on the Zimmerman RBI and strand 3. 1-0 Nationals lead the Cubs on Mother's Day here at Nationals Park. Second inning presented by Luna. Call for the Luna double. Get your second room of flooring free at 877-241-LUNA. A day to honor our moms. And I know I've realized over the years, along with others whose moms are no longer with us, it's a day when you remember your mom and nothing but the good things come to mind. It's a wonderful day. Soriano, first pitch. Bryce Harper, right field. Gio Gonzalez, 9 pitches, 4 outs. Stark contrast from the crazy first inning and start to the game he had in Pittsburgh last week.
I feel like that was a game plan for the Pirates last week against Gio, was attack early, and you're seeing the same thing here from the Cubs today. Game plan, get that first fastball and get your at-bat over with, whether you're standing on second or back in the dugout. Seems like the Cubs don't want to go deep into a count right now against Gio.
Scott Hairston 1 for 3 in the series. Got the start against Ross Detweiler on Friday night, had a double in 3 trips. He's 4 for 14 with a home run against Gio career. In the air, and I would believe the wind would push this out of Adam LaRoche's reach, and it does. Blues Travelers coming June 8th. It's after a 4:05 Saturday game against the Twins. The Nats Live free postgame concert series. Game tickets start at $10. Go to nationals.com/Nats Live. And you have to have a ticket for the June 8th game to stay in the ballpark or get into the ballpark for the concert. Oh, 2 to Hairston. Good looking breaking ball, just low.
The command's been good here early from Gio Gonzalez. Curveball just misses down.
Nissan on the pitch track.
Pitch track always catches the pitch out in front of the plate.
And a ball slapped out to center. Here comes Denard Span. I think at this pitch count last week, Gio had faced maybe 2 batters, and today he's retired 5. So things going well. Ryan Sweeney will be next. He just has to keep it going now. Sweeney, 28-year-old outfielder, longtime Oakland Athletic. 63 games with the Red Sox last year. Cubs picked him up as a minor league free agent just after opening day this season. He is sharp. In fact, a couple of former teammates dueling here. And Sweeney will pop it off to the left side.
They played together in Oakland.
Ryan there, 08 through 2011. Most games, 134 in 09 when he hit 293 and drove in 53. Whoa, what a good looking 0-2 pitch. Close.
Well, Gio Gonzalez hitting his spots early in this game. Kurt Suzuki setting up off the plate, and Gio says, okay, I'll go out there with you. Let's try to buy a call. Didn't get it.
Well, I don't know what to say about that one.
Well, not getting the calls, and what you can say is he's hitting his spots. And I think more important right now than getting these calls, and Kurt Suzuki trying to frame that one too, didn't get it.
Putting to the pitch track, John Tumpane made the right call there. Now the count goes to 3-2.
I just love the way Kurt Suzuki frames pitches. It's not always with his glove, it's with his body. He'll catch the pitch and then give a little lean in with his body to try to create a strike.
And Sweeney waging a good battle here with 2 outs.
Most catchers turn their glove, they'll yank their glove back in. It's all Kurt Suzuki does is simply catch the pitch and then kind of give it a little lean with his body back into the strike zone.
Foul tip. Suzuki holds on.
And then he does that.
Yeah, hit the mitt, hit his chest protector, and he never let it get to the ground. Pitcher, catcher, a little mask as well. Good play.
15-1 this year when they score first. I want to show you what I was talking about with Kurt Suzuki. And watch the body, not the glove, after he catches the pitch. Watch him lean back into the strike zone. Very subtle right there. See? That's it, trying to buy the call. That was the outside one. Now watch the inside pitch. And just a little lean with the body back in the strike zone, trying to buy the call. And umpires will tell you, you don't have to frame strikes. So if you actually pull your glove in, you're telling the ump it's a ball as you look at the foul tip and the juggling act for strike 3. So Kurt Suzuki, instead of pulling the pitch back with his glove, just a little subtle lean with the body. And that is good stuff, guys. And thanks for those shots.
The Suzuki Pitch Track brought to you by Nissan. Sign and drive only during Nissan's Sign and Drive event. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Here's Kurt. You always get to lead off an inning after you lean into 3 pitches with your chest protector, your mitt, and your mask. And that was a nice, relaxed play he made on that foul tip.
We talk all the time about how lucky we are to see Bryce Harper play every day. It's getting to the point where with Kurt Suzuki's behind the plate and the athleticism and what he does back there is almost on the same scale. The tag play he made the other day from Roger Bernardina in right field, just a dive back into home plate. Didn't know if he was going to get a mouthful of cleat or not. And just the subtle things that we just showed you and the way he runs the game and the tempo of the game when he's back there. What's not to like about Kurt Suzuki?
1-1 pitch, and he takes a strike on the outside corner.
Didn't like it.
Yeah, similar to the strike 1 pitch to Ryan Zimmerman last inning.
And you need about a 38-inch bat to hit that pitch.
One ball and 2 strikes. Suzuki pulls it. Fair ball. Long throw. Cody Ransom. And that pulls Rizzo off the bag. Nats get a leadoff man on again.
Rizzo tried to keep his foot on the base. Score that one E5. Cody Ransom off his back foot. Throws it down the right field line, and that wasn't even close. Rizzo gave it a good effort there. Kurt Suzuki hustling down the line. Leadoff man aboard, up to Gio Gonzalez now. They try to move Kurt Suzuki.
Here's Gio, 2 for 9 with a sacrifice this year. Squares. Lays it down, and he bumped it right down to the ground perfectly. Pitcher to second baseman. Feldman to Barney, sacrifice 1-4. PNC Bank for the achiever in you. Been hearing a lot about Jeff Coburnis as second baseman at Syracuse. He went to the Tigers, who then returned him to the Nats, Rule 5 guy, and he's tearing it up. Mike Rizzo told me Friday he thinks Coburnis will be at least an excellent utility man in the major leagues and maybe a good number 2 hitter because he's a line drive guy who uses the ballpark. Top of the order, Denard Span.
Can run too.
Well hit, slicing foul. So the first time through the order, the Nats get 2 hits, 2 walks, and a sacrifice against Feldman, who only threw 2 out of 9 first pitch strikes.
You're watching Scott Feldman's last outing. He saved that curveball for the second time around, but because he was in a big-time crisis in the first inning, went right to it. But he's a guy that can get away with that cutter-sinker combination if he's keeping the ball down and hitting his spots.
Denard Span's last base hit, first inning double against the Tigers on Thursday. 0-2 pitch here. High and tight. $11 RBIs. So Span got the double that started off this game. So obviously things happen offensively for the Nats when Denard Span makes something happen early. Suzuki second base. ball smacks into the wall right at the back of the camera bay at the outfield end of the visitors' dugout. Well, how about Denard Span and Kurt Suzuki, the guys coming over from the American League, and how they hit with the runners in scoring position. Hard hit. And behind the runner, Starlin Castro makes the play. Suzuki over to third base, 2 outs.
I'll tell you what, the Cubs scouting for the Nationals on defense and where these guys are playing has been very impressive. I mean, Starlin Castro playing Denard Span up the middle. You'd think you'd play that guy toward the 5.5 hole and shade him the other way. Span up the middle, right to Castro, who's in the right place. And even Danny Espinosa to end the first inning. Alfonso Soriano playing him on the line. And how many balls has Danny Espinosa left-handed hit down the left field line like that?
Yeah, and for Span, their outfield was around the other way, to the left. So fly balls the other way, ground balls to pull. And here's Lombardozzi, who takes ball 1. Popped up to Rizzo at first, his first time up.
If I'm playing shortstop against Denard Span, the sinker ball guy, I'm playing in the hole with Starlin Castro right up the middle, right in the right spot.
Two balls, 1 strike to Lombardozzi, who has 4 RBIs on the year. 29 pitches, first inning for Scott Feldman. He's at 42 here. Fastball got the call on the corner. 2-2.
I think pitch track is going to disagree once again.
Wow. He's going to give pitchers both sides of the plate. Gio certainly hopes to be in on that. On a bright, shiny Mother's Day. AFCEA is the association for global security professionals. With more, here's Julie.
Hey, Bob. Happy Mother's Day to your moms, Bob and FB. And happy Mother's Day to my mom, Gloria. I know she's watching right now. In honor of the special day, Major League Baseball is debuting a brand new official Rawlings ball for this game with pink stitching. And you'll also notice the guys accessorizing with pink cleats and batting gloves, bats, some Under Armour, and also some wristbands. But it brings up an interesting point. FP, I have a question for you. Does it make it any more difficult to differentiate between a 4-seam or 2-seam fastball when you have pink seams? You can't see them as well.
Well, at day games, it's tough to see the seams anyways. But I don't know right now. We were talking about that before the game. You know, as a hitter, you pick up the red seams, the rotation on curveball, changeup, fastball. It's the first thing you look for as a hitter. And when you have those lighter seams, which has never been a case before, I don't know. Could be a difference.
This is Deoner Navarro, the catcher. Chops a breaking ball. 29 years of age. 10th year in the big leagues. Yankees, Dodgers, Rays, back to the Dodgers and Reds last year. He had a .193 in LA in 11, .290 as a backup in Cincinnati last year.
Pink seams, red seams. I couldn't see the baseball either way.
Those things would have to look like a
Purple
orange
seams.
highway cone for some guys to pick them up.
Orange seams.
Wasn't it Charlie Finley back in Oakland in the 70s that was trying to experiment with different colored baseballs? I know when they first opened the Astrodome, they thought about something like that because guys couldn't see the ball on fly balls. Sun coming through the glass. So then they painted the glass, and then the grass died. And that's when they invented AstroTurf.
Oh, you couldn't take your eye off a fly ball in the Astrodome if you were playing the outfield.
No kidding.
You take your eye off it, you look back up, and it's gone.
Breaking ball. The bat is fair, but he's out. At least it was coming back fair before Doug Eddings stopped it.
No, that's a fair bat.
And Gio Gonzalez gets his second strikeout.
Definitely a fair bat. Let's see the curveball from Gio Gonzalez. Look at the spin on that thing. Navarro just throwing his bat at the baseball, and it's a good bat toss. I'll tell you what, those pink bats, the handles on them, unless you shave them down a little bit, it's kind of got a glossy finish on it. And I don't know how the grip is with that glossy pink finish on it, but you just saw right there, Navarro throwing the bat all the way down the third baseline. And
Darwin Barney hits the ball well. He's coming around from that slump he was in. Span grabs it. Darwin Barney 2 hits, a walk in the series, and now it's down to the pitcher Scott Feldman as Gio continues to impress. He has 8 outs on 28 pitches. 8-pitch first inning. A couple of strikeouts in there. This will be the 8th pitch of this inning. Scott Feldman, 2 for 15 this year. He's a .152 career batter for a guy who was in the American League for a while. That's a pretty good career batting average.
Well, the Cubs pitcher's been raking in this series. First it was Jeff Samardzija swinging the bat nice. Edwin Jackson with the big blow yesterday.
They know warm weather's coming to Wrigley Field soon. Don Zimmer once said it's like managing in 3 different ballparks. April, first half of May, cold, wind blowing in. Middle of May, end of August, hot, wind blowing out, power game, and then it turns around again into the fall. That's a breaking ball to his front door, and Adam LaRoche can take care of that, and Gio Gonzalez looking like Strasburg did through the first 3 innings. Up Harper, Zimmerman, LaRoche. Volkswagen Springtoberfest event going on now. Visit VWDealer.com today. It's a moment in history, and Ryan Zimmerman was right in the middle of it. May 12th, 07, Austin Kearns hit an inside the park homer. First in Nats history, and Ryan Zimmerman hit a game-ending grand slam at 1:42 in the morning. It was a Saturday night game, but it became Mother's Day. This is Jorge Julio, and with Nook Logan, of all people, Jason Bergman, and Jesus Flores on deck. Ryan lost one, and the Nats beat the Marlins 7-3. We had 3 hours and 38 minutes of rain delays that night and that morning, and Ryan Zimmerman became another holiday hero. Of course, that was a year after, I think, he hit the Father's Day home run to beat the Yankees. Freight Rail Works do-ups. Bryce Harper, who's walked today. Ryan Zimmerman, who's doubled and driven in a run. And then Adam LaRoche, who's on an 8-game hitting streak. So that's what the guys are doing at home this year. We know Adam's numbers are going to go way up from that. So here's Bryce, good at bat first time. Scott Feldman just baited him and baited him away, and Bryce took the walk, setting up the Zimmerman extra base hit. That ball is killed, and look where they've got the shortstop playing this left-handed batter. You can't hit a ball any harder than that.
No, I don't know that I've seen a low-line drive this year that hard. Starlin Castro's got to check his hand after this one. Bryce Harper getting something up in the zone. Looks like a two-seam fastball. Stays on it. What a swing right there, back up the middle, and it's a big-time hang with him. He can't do anything else as a hitter except for put the barrel on the baseball and hit it that hard. Wow.
Yeah, Feldman threw the same pitch this time, although it was a fastball. Same location to Zimmerman. This time it's ball one. 44 pitches in 2 innings, 25 strikes for the 30-year-old right-hander, who I guess is their version of Dan Herron. He signed a free agent contract for just this year with the Cubs after going 6-11 in 21 starts for the Rangers last year. Worked out of the bullpen some, pitched 123 innings.
When you stand behind the cage during batting practice and watch Bryce Harper hit, it's not about how far the baseball goes. You sit there on a daily basis and marvel how hard the ball comes off his bat, how hot the line drives are. So yeah, does he hit it to places in this ballpark that you don't see ever? Yeah, but the more impressive thing is the line drives he hits in batting practice and how hard they are.
It looks like somebody's getting locked in with the bat. Ryan Zimmerman, right center double, left field single, and both balls hit extremely hard. And now he's 3 for 8 with 2 walks in this series.
Well, when you talk about the middle of the order heating up, I think that's why Bryce Harper took the walk first time up. When you know the guys behind you are starting to lock it in, you don't have to force the issue. And you see Ryan Zimmerman with a couple of great at-bats here today. That's big league hit, and you go the other way first time up and look for something in next time up. So he's taken both sides of the plate away from Scott Feldman in 2 at-bats.
Here's Adam LaRoche, struck out swinging first time. That was a big out for Feldman. A run was in. Zimmerman and Harper were second and third with 1 out when he spun a nasty breaking ball in the dirt and got Adam to strike out on a check swing. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Interesting shift on right now in the infield for the Cubs. I wonder if Starlin Castro can get to second base for Cody Ransom if a ground ball is hit to Ransom. Especially if it's to his left, because your first instinct, if you're Castro, might be to go for the baseball, and then who's going to cover second? It's not going to be Darwin Barney because he's way shifted over There's no way he can get to the bag. If a ball's hit in this area right there, his first instinct's going to be to go for the baseball. Who's going to cover?
One ball and 2 strikes. Adams struck out first time today, still 12 for his last 26. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. High throw. Zimmerman safe. And Ryan's at second base with 2 outs. That's Zimmerman's second steal of the year without being caught.
Yeah, sneaky fast. If you don't pay attention to Ryan Zimmerman, he'll rip a bag. You see the first step quickness right there? And that's all for lack of attention at first base. Navarro with a good throw, but he stole that off Scott Feldman.
Ryan Zimmerman's 32nd career steal. That'll bring in Ian Desmond in another 2-out RBI situation. Last time they walked him, and then Espinosa flew out to end that first inning with the bases loaded. Ball was so far inside, Ian couldn't hit it. Fair. Good to have WUSA 9 back with us today. Thanks for joining us for the series finale. Watch Game On overtime tonight at 11:35 to wrap up your weekend on WUSA 9. And as they say at WUSA 9,
Game On.
Well done. No one. Pitch way outside. 1-1. That was your more articulate version of the usual.
I lost the Cajun Game On right there.
It's all right. I have a feeling you might get a chance to do that later.
It's not in the mood right now.
One ball, 1 strike. That's a fastball. Little swing back action to it, outer half. Ian Desmond took his 4th walk of the year. First time up. He's batting .300. His on-base percentage is about .312. So Ian hits his way aboard.
You usually throw that 2-seam fastball, the comeback piece to right-handers, and then follow it up with a slider that you start on the outer half and try to break it off. And going in.
Pitch down, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Throw that fastball in the inner half, kind of an anti-dive pitch to keep him off something away. So you can't dive out there and smoke something to right.
Well, Desmond's shown some discipline in these 2 ABs. He is so aggressive. Nobody attacks a ball probably harder than Bryce Harper, Andy, and Desmond. 2 guys on the same team who get after it as much as anybody in baseball. Zimmerman, 2 solid hits today, waiting to see if somebody will drive him home. Oh my.
Wow.
So the Nats are gone. Folks, have you ever dreamed of being a major league pitcher? Watch this. Troop recognition here at the ballpark again today, and at DynCorp International. We serve today for a better tomorrow. Another great crowd. I mean, this place is just about full. I'll tell you what, come home for 5 games, your fans let you know how much you appreciate them in between road trips, because now the guys are leaving for another week and a half. The series has already drawn over 74,000, so easily 110,000 or more for this 3-game set. We'll have the final tally later. Gio Gonzalez, 33rd pitch of the day to the leadoff man in the top of the 4th, and that's their true leadoff man, Starlin Castro, who bounced out to Danny Espinosa starting the game. Strike zone getting a little too much notice in this one today.
That's a good day to hack.
Getaway day. But the crew chief's at second base, not behind the plate. Angel Hernandez, the chief of this crew, with Doug Eddings, Paul Nowert, and John Tumpain, who's at a very generous zone. That ball is hit hard to center. Can Span get it? Oh, he's going to make it look easy with that jump. Off the bat, it looked like he may not. AT&T fact of the game for you on the Chicago Cubs. Doubles. They've had 79 of those 81 in this series.
Yep.
And extra base hits. Haven't led the National League in doubles since 08 and extra base hits since 04. And in 08, they went 97 and 64, and they won the Central for the 2nd straight year. Swept by the Dodgers. They haven't been in the playoffs since. That was 2 years after they had the worst record in the National League at 66 and 96. But the Cubs are in rebuilding mode. They won 61 games last year, 71 and 11, 75 and 10. 2010, that is, and the last time they were over 500, 09, when they went 83 and 78. So they've got a good solid baseball man, Dale Swaim, at the helm. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cody Ransom. Fastball outside.
And look at the attendance figures right now. The Nats are 4th in the National League in attendance, averaging 32,347 in 20 home dates. 21 after today. It's impressive. San Francisco first, averaging 41.5. Los Angeles second, averaging 43. Philadelphia third, averaging 37,321. And the Nats 4th in the National League, 32,347. Told you, if you're not here, you're not cool. It's that simple. It's a place to be right now.
Oh, look at that, overmatching a right-handed batter. Going a little off speed, 84 away. And Gio Gonzalez has 11 straight. 3rd strikeout, Cholula on the pitch track.
Everything in the sequence away, including that nasty changeup right there at 84. And that was the pitch I felt like last time that saved him in Pittsburgh. He went to the changeup a lot more than he normally does, and Cody Ransom sees why on that pitch.
Even on a changeup, Cholula hot sauce bringing the heat. Here's Anthony Rizzo. Front door breaking ball for a strike. Rizzo lined back to Gio first time. A reaction play to the hand side. He got over there with the glove and made the backhand stab. Fastball inside. That is serious damage. And Ryan Zimmerman catches the pop fly.
It's severe, I think.
We'll check on the bat during the break. between D.C. and New York. Book now at Amtrak.com. Game summary: Denard Span ignites the one-run rally in the first. Ryan Zimmerman ringing the ball around the ballpark. Look at Gio. 4 innings, 12 in a row, 43 pitches.
Yeah, doubles has been the theme of this series for both clubs, really. The Cubs have had their share, but so have the Nats. Denard Span, a leadoff double in the first inning. And then how about Ryan Zimmerman, after intentional to Bryce Harper with first base open, makes the Cubs pay.
Span 1 for 2 with that run scored. 7-8-9 for the Nats here. Danny Espinosa leads off. Right out to left, ending the first with the bases loaded. Danny in the series 2 for 9, 2 RBIs. Had him locked up on a breaking ball. Looked like a swing. Doug Eddings says yes, 0-2.
If you're wondering what you do as a hitter when there's a generous strike zone, I feel like you stay with your game plan and don't go out of your zone early in the count. But with 2 strikes, you're definitely aware, and maybe that's where you expand a little bit to protect. But early in the count, you're still looking for your pitch in your spot. You can't let a generous zone dictate your at-bat.
3 strikeouts in a row by Scott Feldman, 5 in the game. Nats will be back home in a week and a half, and the Phillies followed by the Orioles coming in. Single game tickets, grab them for that another short 5-game homestand. Some of them start as low as $10. Nationals.com/tickets. Kurt Suzuki next. Yeah, another crazy homestand. Phillies for 3, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 24th, 25th, 26th. Orioles, a day game on Memorial Day, Monday the 27th. That'll be a fun day here. And then a night game Tuesday before the Nats go to Baltimore for 2, and then to Atlanta for 3. You're wondering when are they going to make up all of these road games? Well, when the Nats come home from the All-Star break, they will be home for a week and a half. That'll make up some of those. Right now they've played 20 games at home and 16 on the road. That'll swing the other way when they hop on their charter tonight.
Where are we going again?
LAX.
Oh, okay. San Diego?
Nope.
San Francisco.
No, that's SFO.
Oh, all right.
That plane will be loaded with gear for that trip. LAX, the only airport in the basin that can handle us.
Yeah, I packed like a diva. I got 2 huge suitcases. About 100 pounds each.
That ball was a hanging breaking ball. Suzuki left field and just foul.
We called it up in his eyes. 75 miles an hour. Suzuki getting on top of that pitch.
Shaking his head.
And it just missed down the left field line. I'll show you where the ball landed down the left field line. We kind of lost sight of it up here, down the corner. Little hook to it.
Cody Ransom had it foul. Suzuki reached on the throwing error by Ransom. First time up. That's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Only other East team in action right now, the Mets at home, trailing the Pirates 2-1. 5th inning. Phillies leapfrogged over the Mets last night. Phils are 4-game back in the Nats. Mets 4.5. Suzuki, center field, and there's hit number 700 for Kurt Suzuki. That thing had some kind of weird spin slice on it, and it looked like it broke away from Starlin Castro.
It did. It's the baseball gods wanting Kurt Suzuki to get his 700th hit. Watch the inside-out swing off the end of the bat, and this will be a great shot right here. Watch it go away from Castro. Maybe the wind had a little something to do with it. It's blowing from left field to right field, but I think that was more about the rotation off the end of the bat for Kurt Suzuki, and congratulations, 700 knocks.
It's one of the best changeups he's handled all year. Breaking away from the shortstop. Here's Gio. Could be bunting with one out to get a second run to scoring position with Denard Span waiting. Gio sacrificed once today. His 13th career sacrifice bunt, second of this year. I've been pleasantly surprised by the way he's handled the bat his season plus here. Anthony Rizzo came tearing in. He swung away, and somehow Castro close enough to the bag to turn a 6-3 double play. Bet you Anthony Rizzo's years flashed before his eyes for a moment right there.
Here for an American League guy with his time with the Nationals. He backed you up. A little slash bunt right here. Butcher Boy and Starlin Castro playing perfectly up the middle for the 6-3 unassisted double play. And Gio Gonzalez, I don't know if I've seen this much frustration from him after an at-bat all season long, but as somebody points out to me on Twitter today, how often is there a game with a lefty starter that bats right and a righty starter that bats left? That's what we got going here today.
Yeah, that's right. Very unusual. It's something managers and pitching coaches aren't real wild about because your pitching arm is exposed to the opposing pitcher. But, you know, we talked about a Butcher Boy a couple of times. That was a great example right there. Didn't exactly Baltimore chop that thing into the ground, but squared around and hit it beautifully. I mean, if Castro's not right there, that's first and third with one out. Toyota, K for kids, or K's for kids in this case. 3 strikeouts today, and that's $37 times 3 to the Children's Inn at the National Institutes of Health for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this season, thanks to the generosity of our D.C. area Toyota dealers. We thought the key matchup of the day might be Alfonso Soriano against Gio Gonzalez. First time up, Alfonso flied to right. Goes up hacking this time. He's hit lefties really well this year. But he went 0 for 4 against Ross Detweiler and company on Friday night. Alfonso in this series 2 for 10. Now the great thing about facing him is you don't have to throw a strike to get him out. There's the lefty's number, 405.
It's been the case for everybody today.
I mean, you can bounce one, you can throw one almost anywhere, and Alfonso 0-2 will swing.
Well, it might be a strike called.
Yeah, that's true.
It's been horseshoes today back there. Close counts.
Pitch track had that one just high and outside. One ball and 2 strikes. There it is. You bounce the breaking ball. You got a great chance to get Soriano. Gio Gonzalez, 4th strikeout. 1 out here in the 5th.
I mean, if you're Soriano right here, you can't wait around to see if this is going to be in the strike zone. He's already established the curveball for a strike today. And you see the spin he creates and how slow that is and how you really have to stay back.
If only you had that much time to make your decision.
Still make the wrong one.
Breaking ball just outside to Scott Hairston, who flied to Span first time. Right at Ian Desmond. Both teams with some rockets right at infielders today. 2 outs. 3 lucky winners will get a meet and greet with Gio. It's Masson's meet and greet giveaway. Visit Facebook.com/Masson Nationals. Click on Enter Sweepstakes and your chance to win. You can do that. Enter, that is, once per day. Here's Ryan Sweeney, who struck out looking first time up. Pardon me, swinging. First strikeout of the day for Gio. That was ending the 2nd. Good fastball. 93. Then he comes inside with it and misses 2-1. Ryan Sweeney 2 for 5, a walk in this series. He's 3 for 10 in 6 games as a Cub. That's perfect in the outside corner. Great catch by a fan in the first row of the upper deck. I tell you, when the guys are on the plate, everybody's sharp defensively. Crowd getting excited here. 2-2 again. Got him looking. Number 5 for Gio. 15 in a row to start the game. Top of the order coming up. It's 1-0.
It's getting fun.
President's race today. Spinning around the bat, see who can keep his equilibrium and then race all the way around to the first base side. Looks like Tom's already down. Bill and Abe go down, so it's George and Teddy. And you know how this is going to end up. Oh, wait a minute. George dropped his bat. And here comes Teddy. By default, he'll take it.
And the place went nuts. Teddy's first W of the year. There it is, folks. It's a big head to get dizzy.
What is better than that? So Bill yesterday, Teddy today. The homestand ends unpredictably with the president's race. Denard Span 1 for 2 with a double.
I think the popularity contest around here might go Teddy, Bryce, in that order. I mean, you see the reaction from the crowd.
Well, Teddy has a little more of a history here. A century or more.
Yeah, but he didn't win Rookie of the Year.
True. I don't like him with runners in scoring position.
No.
I know that. He'll never beat out an infield hit.
He always lean his head into one.
But, I mean, that's contagious, isn't it? He and Gio with the smiles.
Yeah.
Span showing bunt, pulling the bat back as he saw that breaking ball diving. Counts 2-1. Inside the numbers with Dodge. Stop by your authorized Dodge dealer. Experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive. Go to Dodge.com. Check out the powerful lineup. What the guys are doing against off-speed pitches.
And get your foot down early. Keep your hands back. That'll happen.
Span right side, but it's right to Darwin Barney. Bottom of the 5th underway. Lombardozzi and Harper now. Left-handers coming in. Steve is 0 for 2. Pop up to first. A called third strike in the second. Did he go? No. Doug Eddings says no swing. Counts even 1-1. Right side Rizzo to his right. And it took a little wingspan there from Feldman to reach that throw. 2 outs with Bryce Harper coming up. Natitude Flex Packs still on sale. Pick 4 games, get a 5th one free. You can check it out at nationals.com/flex. Be thinking about that next homestand. We're going to have some big crowds, so get your tickets early. The Phillies in for a weekend series. And then the Orioles on Monday and Tuesday. Monday day game on Memorial Day, the Tuesday night game. So those will be 5 heavily attended series, or rather games in that homestand over 2 series. And we will be flirting with 190,000 to 200,000 in the yard for those 5 ball games. Nats average is going to go up again today from 32.347. 5th highest in the league. Harper has walked in. Laser beamed out to short. That's going to be a hard hit, and Rizzo just casually picks it on the backhand side. Nats are done in the 5th, and now the Gio show continues.
Time for your Head and Shoulders whiff feature. We're going to go back to Deanna Navarro's last at-bat in the third inning. Gio Gonzalez, first pitch sinker on the black strike. Then goes with a curveball, 0-2 count. A launch piece right there with a fastball high, and then back to a fastball in the zone at 93. And finally, a curveball in the dirt. And I think Doug Eddings should have called that bat fair. And I'll just say this. If you're at home, get in the same seats you were in the top of the fifth inning.
Left side, and that's it. Desmond's not going to be able to do anything, and the Cubs will have their first base hit. Everybody knew what was going on, and Gio gets a nice hand after retiring the first 15. Darwin Barney, fly ball to center first time. Good fastball, tails to the outside corner. And not to be forgotten, all of this, that's the tying run aboard in a 1-0 game. Barney and then Feldman, the next two.
We talk to pitchers, sometimes you get in the stretch for the first time in the sixth inning. You haven't been there yet, right? You're trying to find your mechanics out of the stretch. Give Gio Gonzalez a lot of credit for what he's accomplished already in this game, but getting right in the strike zone in an 0-2 count to Darwin Barney, first time in the stretch all day.
He goes with a breaking ball, which stays outside. And this ball hooked into left. Lombardozzi backs up a couple of steps right at the end. Steve started playing a little left field during spring training of 2012. Anything to get some playing time at the big league level. So the Cubs box pretty empty, except for that 15 hopper by Deanna Navarro just a moment ago. Once Ryan Zimmerman couldn't get there to cut it off, that was it. And Feldman could be bunting here with 2 outs to give Starlin Castro a chance to tie the game. Zimmerman's on the grass. LaRoche holding. He's ready to charge. Feldman, 1 sacrifice this year, 5 in his career.
Well, with Navarro running at first base right now, it's got to be a good bunt by Scott Feldman to advance him. You got Ryan Zimmerman charging hard at third base. Adam LaRoche crashing from first base. It's got to be a pretty good bunt right here.
To Zimmerman on a fly. No chance for a throw.
It's a big play in this baseball game. You're talking about a 1-run game in the 6th inning and helping yourself out. Scott Feldman's done a nice job today of settling down after the first inning. And right there, he gets that bunt down for Starlin Castro. It's a big play.
Starlin Castro has bounced out to second, flied out to center. Big time rip. He's hit 3 homers this year. Slots, tables, and dining, the ultimate triple play. Hollywood Casino, Charlestown Races. So the fewest hits allowed per 9 innings pitched. Gio 5th on this list, behind some of the great fireballers in the major leagues. At times unhittable. In fact, frequently unhittable. And today Gio has harnessed his control. He came out firing strikes in the first inning. 8 pitches, 6 strikes. Second inning, 13 pitches, 10 more strikes, and he's just gone on from there. So he's at 66 pitches with 2 outs in the 6th. Inside, 3-1. Cody Ransom is on deck. This is what you would call a careful count against a good young hitter. And he throws it way up and away. 2 on, 2 out. First walk today by Gio, who had walked 20 in 38 innings coming in, but he's been brilliant around the plate today. Cody Ransom has bounced to short and struck out swinging. Five walks at Atlanta, 2 at Pittsburgh, but he pitched around those. In those games, Gio has gone 8, 4, and 6 innings. Ransom 5 RBIs in 11 games since coming to the Cubs. That was from San Diego, picked up on waivers April 16th. And suddenly maybe the stretch position bugging Gio here. He did get Barney and Feldman on the bunt. Missing away again, 2-0.
Cody Ransom's having trouble with his eyes right now. He keeps wiping something off his left eye. He's taking a long time to get in there. I don't know if something on a windy day blew into his left eye, but he is definitely taking his time getting into the box, and he's got something going on. You see him blinking right there, trying to get some water in those eyes on a windy day.
Foul tip for a strike. Yeah, wind still coming straight in from left field to the north of us.
Almost like he wears contacts right now. I don't know if he does or not. And
he was kind of looking like he does. Ball 3.
Gio Gonzalez is locked in like he has been today. He throws through the target, not to the target. In the last couple of pitches to Starlin Castro, and that one right there, kind of feeling for it in a big situation.
And there's another hit. Lombardozzi comes up throwing. They don't send the runner because Navarro is extremely slow. So that helps keep this game, the Nats, on top, and it'll be a matchup now with Gonzalez and Rizzo. 2 hits and a walk in this inning.
A nice piece of hitting right here by Cody Ransom. Got himself into a 3-1 count. Knew a fastball was coming. Got that foot down early, caught it out front, squared it up a little bit too good to score Navarro from second base. Lombardozzi does a nice job of charging this ball to keep the bases loaded here with 2 outs. Cubs' best hitter at the plate. Game on.
Anthony Rizzo, a liner back to the mound and a pop-up to Zimmerman. And a big strike, 1 to get.
Gio wanted it, didn't get it. A lot of umpires here at Nats Park thought it was a strike. Kurt Suzuki doing the lean in that we showed you earlier, didn't get the call.
That's right in there. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, almost like Anthony Rizzo was sitting on a curveball right there. Got a fastball right down the middle and took it. And I'm wondering if you're Gio Gonzalez, Kurt Suzuki right now, you go to that hook.
He does. Front door variety. Adam LaRoche has it. And Gio Gonzalez survives an inning with 2 hits around the walk. First Cubs offense at all today against the left-hander who has been brilliant. And now the middle of the order coming up.
You guys are both great mothers, and I appreciate everything you do.
Well said, Ian Desmond. On a beautiful, sunny, absolutely clear sky Mother's Day here at Nationals Park. And check out these happy fans enjoying a great day at the park. DentaQuest provides affordable dental coverage for priceless smiles. Reminds you to ask your broker about DentaQuest.
That's good, Choppers.
Smiles and shades and a breeze and a pretty well swinging Ryan Zimmerman stepping in, bottom of the 6th. So after the Cubs nearly shifted the momentum here, time to get a run or two. Ryan's done his part today. Long double off the scoreboard for an RBI in the first, a base hit and a steal in the third. Ryan Zimmerman's batting average now sitting at .253. Strike 1.
I'll tell you what, anytime you see a good hitter in a big situation take a fastball like Anthony Rizzo did in a 1-1 count right there to get to 1-2, he's telling everybody in the park he was sitting on the curveball. It's not a bad game plan in certain situations when you're facing a left-hander like Gio Gonzalez. He got it with 2 strikes, hit it pretty well to Adam LaRoche, but give Gio Gonzalez credit, getting right back in that strike zone, getting ahead of Rizzo to get a big out.
Wow. Ryan Zimmerman took 3 strikes. That's K number 6 for Scott Feldman. LaRoche and Desmond now the next 2. That's box, most of it in the first. Span led off with a double. Harper walked with 1 out. Zimmerman drove in Span. Desmond walked. Bases were left loaded. And then Ryan's base hit in the 3rd and Kurt Suzuki's in the 4th. The rest of the offense. Adam LaRoche, 8-game hitting streak on the line. He has struck out twice. 1 on a check swing. It's about time for him to get something to pull and do some damage. It's on the outer half.
And Scott Feldman's command has been impressive here today. I mean, taking advantage of maybe a little bit bigger strike zone than he's used to, but on top of that, I mean, just hitting his spots, moving the ball around nice, has settled down nicely since the first inning.
Career 42 and 47, 108th start.
You go up against the Texas Rangers like he did last time and only give up 2 hits over 7 scoreless innings. Obviously, he probably wanted to do good against his former ball club, but it tells you about the stuff and the command that this guy has.
Yeah, I mean, they knew him, and he knew some of their tendencies, but that was some pretty good execution. Long first inning. 7 hitters, left the bases loaded. And LaRoche hanging tough. Count remains 2-2.
Boy, you saw Feldman's reaction after the foul ball from LaRoche. He knew he got away with one right there. 77-mile-an-hour curveball up in the zone.
He's thrown a couple of cement mixers today. Suzuki got one earlier before singling.
He knew he got away with the mistake up.
2 balls and 2 strikes. That ball to the left side. Long way to go for Cody Ransom. Adam LaRoche will beat it easily.
Well, that's something you don't see every day from Adam LaRoche, an infield single. And the way he's thinking right now, he's got a bunch more of those coming with all the hard outs he's had early in this season. He'll take it.
9-game hitting streak. Sometimes it takes one of those to keep a streak alive. Here we go to L.A. And tomorrow night, it'll be Jordan Zimmerman and Josh Beckett. Beckett is 0-4. Dan Herron, Clayton Kershaw, 3-2 with a low ERA. On Tuesday, Ross Detweiler, and right now they're saying Matt McGill. On Wednesday, we've heard rumors of a possible Greinke appearance. We shall see. Then it's on to San Diego for 4 and San Francisco for 3. Ian Desmond on the attack, first pitch, trying to make it 3-0.
Looking forward to getting to the West Coast and seeing our old friend Vin Scully tomorrow. It's always a treat to go over and say hi to Vin.
It is. And remember, whatever way he pronounces your name, it's correct. Santangelo.
Yes. Glad you're saying it.
He is the world's most interesting announcer. No balls and 2 strikes. One on, one out. Inside. Wow. Everyday Sean. Can't pitch an inning and 2/3 yesterday. Pitched a scoreless 8th here on Friday for the Cubs. Target way out there. And then time called. Home sweet home, Nationals Park for Ian Desmond. 5 RBIs in this series. 3-2.
And 3-2 every at bat today. How often do you see that with Ian Desmond? First time up, he walked on a 3-2 slider. Last time, called out on a backdoor 2-seam fastball away that was very questionable. And finds himself again, 3rd time up in a 3-2 count.
Adam LaRoche, short lead. Rizzo holding him. Desmond takes the walk. Twice in a game. Stop the presses. And Danny Espinosa coming in.
I'll tell you what, that was almost the same pitch he was rung up on last time in a 3-2 count. 2-seam fastball away from Scott Feldman. You saw Desmond threw the bat down, threw the helmet down, wasn't happy last time. Might have got the call there, and I thought they were both balls. Both tough takes, though, for Ian Desmond, as Scott Feldman has been shaving corners all day.
Here's another big spot for Danny Espinosa. Batted with the bases loaded in the first. He's been seeing nothing but junk from the right-hander. They know Danny can hit a fastball. So that helps that he's ahead in the count after Feldman missed with the hook.
All right, here's the 3-2 pitch to Ian Desmond in the third inning for a called third.
Ball.
Well, we're just going to compare them, and here's the 3-2 pitch to Ian Desmond for ball 4 just then.
Ball. Ian Desmond has seen 18 pitches in 3 at-bats. Espinosa pops up on 2-0. Starlin Castro, they call it an infield fly, close enough to the dirt. Handled by Starlin Castro. MLB.TV celebrating 11 years. Millions have subscribed, and you should as well. Every out-of-market game live online when you're traveling on your favorite mobile and connected devices in HD quality as well. MLB.TV Premium. So check out MLB.TV baseball everywhere. Kurt Suzuki, 1 for 2, reached on an error. Got his 700th career hit on a slicing flare up the middle last time up. We mentioned Kurt Suzuki this year, 7 of 17 with runners in scoring position. A robust .412 and 8 of his 9 RBIs. He's had a lot of at-bats against Scott Feldman now. 6 hits and 19 at-bats. And he has 4 career RBIs against this pitcher. And Feldman will be nibbling here. Pitchers on deck. Drew Storen throwing. Gio's pitch count only 77 on the day.
Well, remember in Friday's game, Jeff Samardzija in a similar situation. First and second, he chose to go after Kurt Suzuki. Kurt Suzuki made him pay with a double. And it looks like right now that Scott Feldman's thinking about using that open base, even if the open base is third.
Two balls, no strikes, and with Feldman taking a long time, Kurt asking for time, getting it.
Fine line here is an 8-hole hitter expanding your zone in a 2-0 count if you're Kurt Suzuki. You want to expand to a point, but you also don't want to chase ball 3.
Hits it hard, right at Cody Ransom. Nats are gone in the 6th. They've stranded 7 base runners today in a 1-0 game. Mercedes-Benz of Alexandria. It's all about pitching today for Gio. Ryan Zimmerman has the only RBI. Adam LaRoche got an infield hit. Hitting streak now at 9.
Let's take a look at the Gio show today, and he has been good from the get-go. Has a nice pause at the top of his delivery today. Staying back nicely. Been on time out in front with his delivery, throwing strikes from the get-go. All 3 in the zone. It's the second day that we've seen 2 national pitchers with no-hit stuff. Yesterday, Steven Strasburg for 4, and today, Gio Gonzalez has been getting the job done with a big pitch right there. A curveball to Anthony Rizzo.
And a conversation with himself coming off. 77 pitches, 49 strikes, and with more on Gio, here's Julie.
Hey, so I was talking to Jason Worth actually before the game and asked him what he's been able to observe from the dugout since he's been there all week due to his hamstring. And he was telling me that he's seen a lot. The energy, he said, has been great. But he says that the turning point for this ball club was actually a play back in Pittsburgh when Gio was pitching out of that jam. If you guys remember that first inning, bases were loaded. And he said that the energy and excitement that stemmed from that play was really the turning point for these guys. And things have looked up ever since.
Yeah, won that game in Pittsburgh, beat the Tigers a couple, beat the Cubs Friday night. Took some unusual things to happen for the Nats to lose yesterday, but here we are in the top of the 7th in the rubber game on Sunday.
Going to talk about that Ian Desmond play up the middle where he went deep behind second base and showed off the big arm to get Gio Gonzalez out of that inning. And not too many shortstops make that play, and you got to give Gio Gonzalez for turning things around last week and kind of taking it into this week. A football player, he only plays on Sundays.
Yeah, the rain out and an off day. I'll tell you one thing, Gio with an extra day of rest, very strong to start this one out of the gate. 56 pitches in 5 innings, retired the first 15 men he faced. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Alfonso Soriano, who has flied to right and struck out. Gio was ahead in that count, 1-2. Gets him again on a similar pitch. The tag, 1 out, strikeout number 6. Mercedes-Benz will track it.
Yeah, Gio Gonzalez has bounced a couple of pitches to Soriano with 2 strikes. This one about a 58-foot curveball. A lot like the last time. Soriano couldn't hold up.
Hairston has flied to center and lined to short. Scott steps in. Yuji Fujikawa, who we saw Friday night. Even when he's missed with that curveball today, everything's been down, just off the outside edge.
Well, you got a good fastball hitter in there and a lefty killer throughout the course of his career. It's thinking one thing, and Kurt Suzuki, Gio Gonzalez.
That ball by Hairston, loud crack off the bat, but it was right off the end of the barrel. And Lombardozzi there for the 2nd out here in the 7th.
Doing a nice job of keeping him off the fastball by going first pitch changeup, second pitch curve, third pitch broken bat.
Debris cleared from the field so that Ryan Sweeney can come up.
That's the worst nightmare if you cork your bat right there. The way that one broke. Just splitting open right down the middle.
Now, how would you know that?
Well, I'm just saying that's where the cork would go. And if you did cork your bat, that would be not a good way to break it.
So, Verizon Fios, supercharge your internet speeds, 100% fiber optic. From Verizon.
Guys like me didn't cork their bats. All the bloopers would have went right to the outfielders.
That ball driven to Lombardozzi. He's right there. And Gio Gonzalez goes roaring into the 7th inning stretch. Pitching an amazing game today. On Mother's Day, the 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Hyundai. New thinking, new possibilities. Now let's get these moms some runs. On Masson, brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you, and by Hyundai. New thinking, new possibilities. 1-0 ball game to the bottom of the 7th. Big crowd, Mother's Day, beautiful day at the ballpark. Taking a stretch, and now maybe some insurance offense. What an interesting week this has been, though, going back to Gio's first inning in Pittsburgh. You know, Julie talked about that conversation with Jason Worth. There certainly have been some good positive things happening since then.
Oh, yeah, he settled down, made a good adjustment in Pittsburgh, carrying it into today. But I think what you're seeing is power pitchers with extra days off. Gio Gonzalez pitching last Sunday to this Sunday, and he's just been lights out from the first inning today. Great fastball command, hitting his spots. Him and Kurt Suzuki in sync, and it's been fun to watch. And now they just need a few more add-on runs. Maybe we need some rally moms in the stands to get these guys some more runs.
And on that same thought about extra rest, don't forget about that dude pitching in L.A. tomorrow night, Jordan Zimmerman, throwing as well as anybody in Major League Baseball in what's perceived as a pitcher's park at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, especially in night games, ball doesn't travel there. So first things first, take care of business here. Try to get some more runs and take the whole bunt one-run thing away from the Cubs as we move forward.
All right, so some insurance needed here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Into the Cubs bullpen go the Nats with Fujikawa in this call to the bullpen, packaged by the UPS store. We love logistics. And for all of you singing at home, hope you didn't shatter any glass. We're going to the bottom of the 7th, and Gio will lead off. Fujikawa came in Friday night in the 7th inning, gave up a hit to Ryan Zimmerman. But Ryan was gunned out trying to get to second on that play.
Yeah, Chad Tracy's going to see fastball, cutter, curveball split from Fujikawa.
Are you surprised Gio's done after 86 pitches? I am.
I didn't really have time to be surprised because we just did it on camera and I'm running all over the place. So, yeah, I guess I am. But he is happy. He had a great day today and flirted with a perfect game. That's how good he was.
Fastball 93. From Fujikawa, who is 32 years of age and pitched 12 years for Hanshin in the Japanese League. Reliable, consistent reliever. That's a good changeup, 83. So Gio gives up nothing but 2 hits in 7 innings, walks 1, strikes out 6. 86 pitches, 55 strikes. Chad Tracy 1 for 12 as a pinch hitter. About time for him to bust out and get some hits. But Fujikawa blows it by him. Top of the order now. Span and Lombardozzi, the next two.
I had to give a shout out to my buddy Chris Gargani yesterday, who had a hole-in-one, his first ever, at Mount Vernon Country Club.
Is that where they had those temporary greens yesterday? No, I'm kidding.
The par 3, 150 yards. He used his driver.
Chris does a great job with our sponsors and suite holders and people who help support this ball club. Nicely done. Evidently, buying the round didn't make its way to this booth. Denard Span 1 for 3 with a double. Lombardozzi 0 for 3. They're pinching at the corners of the infield here in case Denard wanted to lay one down. Nats have only had 5 hits today, had 6 all of yesterday against Edwin Jackson and company. Fujikawa throwing the ball well here. At 93 on that fastball.
There's Strasburg, there's Harper hanging out. Left field.
That's a fine. One pitch and Span gets under it. Barney out. Called off by the center fielder Ryan Sweeney. Good job of taking charge there for the Cubs. Lombardozzi is next. And a reminder, on June 8th, after a 4:05 game against Minnesota, Blues Traveler will be the Nats live free post-game concert. First of the series this year. Game tickets starting at $10. Go to nationals.com/Nats Live. You must have a ticket for the ball game to enjoy the concert afterwards. 2 outs, bases empty. Lombardozzi, the hitter, 0 for 3. Trying to slap one left side. Trying to keep this inning alive for Bryce Harper, who's taken some healthy swings today. Looks like Drew Storen for the 8th. And I suppose the 9th. Obviously Soriano. Clippard would still be out there in case the Cubs did something to get back even. But it'll be up to Drew to not let that happen in the 8th. And by the way, he'll be facing the bottom of the Cubs order, 7, 8, 9.
2 lefties and a righty discussing the day.
Able to pitch around. 2 hits and a walk in his 6th inning today. And Gio then retired his last 4 batters. So Strauss and Ross get a meet and greet with Gio after 7 really good innings. 2-1 pitch. On a pitch up, Lombardozzi, healthy hack. They're in the 8th at New York. Pirates Mets tied at 2. Clint Barmas and Lucas Duda have homered in that game. It's the only action in progress involving the East. Kyle Kendrick at Arizona later. Marlins at Dodgers. Inside out swing, left side backhand. Cody Ransom on target. And a 1-2-3 for Fujikawa. Some beautiful looking barbecue ribs. How about a slab of that or some chicken on Mother's Day? Mom would be proud.
With you. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Thanks for always being there. I love you.
Gonzalez and Matthews from Miami to Sacramento. Nice going, guys. Tomorrow night, a long road trip gets underway. Nats at Dodger Stadium, one of the great places to play on the road, of course. And especially when you have Jordan Zimmerman going 6-1 with a 1.59 ERA, leads the National League in wins, third in ERA, fifth in opponents' batting average. Josh Beckett is 0-4 with a 5.13. Dodgers have lost 6 of his 7 starts. We'll get you going from the studio. Johnny and Ray, 9:30. Nats Extra will join you from Dodger Stadium, Chavez Ravine, downtown L.A., Southern California, at 10 o'clock. Roger Bernardina on a double switch will bat 9th and play left field. Pitcher spot is the number 2 hole. And here we go, top 8. Deanna Navarro, Darwin Barney, and the pinch hitter against Drew Storen.
A fastball slider change. Fastball averaging 93 miles an hour this year for Drew Storen.
Navarro 1 for 2, and he will turn around here and bat left-handed, and now he's 2 for 3. So he greets Drew Storen in the 8th inning. Greeted Gio with a leadoff single in the 6th. And it looks. I was wondering if the Cubs might do a pinch runner here. Travis Wood, one of their starting pitchers, who's going tomorrow, will be the pinch hitter. Dale Swaim has a pinch hitter on deck in David DeJesus, so he doesn't want to use 2 players in short order right there. So he goes with a pitcher running. Darwin Barney already squaring to bunt, lays off the high fastball.
And this is where he might throw over to first base to see if he squares around again. In a 1-0 count, he could always flip-flop it to hit and run. It looks like he's squaring early.
Pushes the bunt right side. Storen to Espinosa. Sacrifice good, 1-4. Tying runs at second base with 1 out and a pinch hitter coming up. Let's go inside the numbers with Dodge. Schedule a test drive or go to Dodge.com and check out the powerful lineup. Nats pitchers and how hard they throw the fastball. Of course, Henry's at the top of that list. And then a whole bunch of live arms on this staff. David DeJesus started the game yesterday, led off, went 1 for 4 with a walk, a run, and a big 2-run single. As a pinch hitter this year, 0 for 7.
I would imagine somewhere in this sequence you're going to see that changeup that Drew Storen's been throwing much more this year as opposed to last year. Got a head right there. First pitch fastball, 94. Jesus doing what a lot of pinch hitters do, trying to get that first pitch fastball off the bench.
33-year-old outfielder, longtime Kansas City Royal, time in Oakland, and 263 for the Cubs last year. Storen looking at the runner. Gave Desmond time to retreat back to his position.
There's a changeup.
And the count 0-2. DeJesus 0 for 1 career against Drew Storen. Went with the slider up and away. Right on the hands, and De Jesus just able to get that out of play. Hope you're enjoying Nats baseball, those of you with us on WUSA 9 today. Tonight, watch Game On Overtime. It happens at 11:35. And as they say at WUSA 9,
Game on.
He said emphatically. Runner at second, 1 out, top of the 8th. On the hands again. This one's playable. Adam LaRoche. Runner tags, goes to third. The important thing was getting that out.
Great pitch right there by Drew Storn. 95-mile-an-hour fastball planted on the inner half to De Jesus, who's had some good hacks in this at-bat, and beats him there on the inner half with a two-seam fastball running back. Adam LaRoche with a good play down the line. And now you got to wonder about that slider in the dirt with a tie and run at third and 2 outs. That advance by Wood, as little as it seems important with 2 outs, just might be, because now if you're Drew Storn, he likes to bounce the slider with 2 strikes.
Starlin Castro 0 for 2 with a walk today, 3 for 12 in the series. And he and Drew Storn have never faced each other. First pitch slider outside. That slider hit up the middle, and this game is tied. Castro, second RBI of the series, 17th of the year. The sacrifice comes into play after the leadoff base hit. And Gio Gonzalez will get a no decision.
Gio Gonzalez day turns into a workout all of a sudden, and Drew Storn left the slider up to Castro, maybe fearing a slider in the dirt with a tie and run on third, left it up, and Castro all over it. Ground ball single up the middle, and we'll start this one all over again.
Cody Ransom, 1 for 3 is next.
Now they keep Starlin Castro close at first base.
He's 2 for 3 this year. He did start. That ball's perfectly placed. 3 hits in the inning. Not much you can do about that. Just a roller that gets through. And now it's Drew Storn and Anthony Rizzo. Interesting, in 12 pitches, the Cubs have more hits than they had in 7 innings. Rizzo is 0 for 3. Nats have kept him on the infield today. He's 0 for 1 career against Drew Storn. He's been a big gun for the Cubs in this series. 5 out of 12, 3 RBIs. Well hit, well foul. Inside the numbers with Dodge. Check out Dodge's powerful lineup at Dodge.com. So against lefties this year, he's been much better. But Gio had him 0 for 3 today. And of course, Zach Duke had a very long 2/3 of an inning yesterday, giving up 4 runs, 4 hits. So the Nats maybe no left-hander available today. Tyler Clippard either this inning or for the 9th, now that the Cubs have tied it. The way he's getting ready, there's some urgency there. Tough play. Danny Espinosa got handcuffed. Unfortunately for the Nats, that ball hit right at him. Harper, Zimmerman, and LaRoche. It's now a tie game, middle of the 8th. One Cubs, 1-5-0 Nats. It'll be Harper, Zimmerman, and LaRoche against the left-hander. The Potomac Nationals are at Fitzner Stadium through the 16th. Tomorrow's $1 Monday, includes dogs and tickets and all you can eat Wednesday. Head to PotomacNationals.com and check it out. So in center field, David DeJesus stays in the ball game. That moves Ryan Sweeney to right field. So Hairston's out. And after the Cubs ran for their catcher, Deoner Navarro, they bring in Wellington Castillo, their #1 guy. The new pitcher is James Russell, 27-year-old lefty from Cincinnati, whose dad, Jeff, was a good closer for a while with a couple of different ball clubs in the big leagues, most notably Texas.
Yeah, 5-pitch guy. Fastball, slider, cutter, curveball, change. Pretty much fastball, slider, occasional changeup to righties.
Russell and Bryce Harper dueling for the first time. Bryce 0 for 2 today with a walk. Hit the daylights out of the ball in the 3rd inning on a line drive at Starlin Castro. Breaking ball drops in.
And Bryce Harper today against Scott Feldman, as hard a low line drive as you've ever seen in your life, and it was a little too close for Scott Feldman's liking. As you see, the ball was behind him. A little Charlie Brown action right there.
Yeah, easy for us to chuckle about that one, huh? That was a screamer.
Just a great shot. We had to show it to you again, didn't we? Probably see that in a few places tonight.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Bryce Harper, 4 for his last 35. He's been beat up for the last week and a half. Pretty good take.
This is where Davey Johnson, managing late in the game, loves the left, right, left thing. And if you're Dale Swain right now, you got your only left-hander out there in Russell. Bryce Harper reaches. Do you go to your right-hander in the pen with Adam LaRoche on deck after Zimmerman?
Harper takes it low. What a good at bat. So Bryce walks for the 2nd time today. Cubs are warming up. Sean Camp out there again.
This is where you get caught managing against the Nationals. They're so balanced throughout their lineup. I mean, do you bring a right-hander in to play the odds on right when there's a left-hander on deck that can do damage? And
yeah, good call.
Now you got him caught. It's lefty versus righty, and
there's no history between this pitcher and this batter. Russell and Zimmerman have never faced each other. Ryan having a hot day, 2 for 3, double and a single. Game's only RBI, and that one spins him away. Then he goes off speed and misses away.
Dangerous count to a dangerous hitter. Lefty's 185, righty's 238. Hasn't allowed a tater.
Zimmerman will pop it up on a 2-0 pitch. Cody Ransom, huge out for the Cubs. Ball game nearing the 2.5-hour mark as we reach 4 p.m. in the district. South Capitol Street, Nationals Park. Bob, FP, and Julie with you on Mother's Day. The Nats 5 hits today. The Cubs also 5. Theirs have all come lately in this tie game. And the winner takes the series. Lefty-lefty now, Russell and LaRoche. Adam LaRoche is 1-for-1 career with a double against James Russell. Checking to see who's covering. If there's a comebacker, and he looked right at Starlin Castro.
I don't think Bryce Harper will be running with that toe, but you never know, right? Still got to check and see.
Short lead. Lefty looking right at him. Good breaking ball.
Well, you can tell the way hitters take pitches. LaRoche was on that. He just didn't think it was going to be a strike. He picked up the rotation early, saw the pitch, stayed back almost like he was sitting on it, started his hands and said, no, it's a ball. Didn't like it.
Ian Desmond, a rare 0 for today, but they've kind of pitched around him. Pretty much walked him 3 times. It's just one of them was called a strike 3. 1-1-2 LaRoche. Fastball inside, 2-1.
Pretty good pitch, maybe evened it up right there. That slider was borderline for the first strike. He goes fastball in right here. Didn't get the call, and Russell wanted that one. Well, yeah, you're triple shy of the cycle. First 2 games of the series. That should buy you 3 walks every single time in the 3rd game.
2-1 pitch. Breaking ball low and away. And against the left-hander, Bryce Harper and Adam LaRoche flashing some great knowledge of the strike zone here.
You start Bryce Harper right here.
Got to be confident LaRoche is going to make contact. You'd have the shortstop charging straight in for a throw to second. Bryce holding, and LaRoche breaks his bat. That ball is diving, and so is DeJesus. 2 outs.
Great play right there by David DeJesus. Hey, you got a guy with a lot of pop at the plate. Your first reaction as an outfielder on a big swing is to go back. DeJesus reads it well. Here's the sound off the bat. And playing no doubles right now. Playing pretty deep out there. Makes a nice running catch coming in. Great play.
Looks like it might be at least a visit here. That's Chris Bosio talking about what to do with Desmond Espinosa, switch hitter behind him.
Well, I'm shocked right now they're not going to camp in this situation. For the right-on-right matchup, if they leave Russell in to face Ian Desmond, I mean, it's tough to pitch around him. You can't put Bryce Harper into scoring position with 2 outs. Let's check out the series so far for Ian Desmond. Got some serious damage. Single, double homer the first night. Line drive out of here on a first pitch slider. Single, double homer yesterday. That one a little bit farther to a deeper part of the park. But Ian Desmond white hot right now for the Nats.
He had an RBI hit against Camp yesterday. And every time a Nat hits a home run, $250 to the Children's National Medical Center from our Washington, D.C. Lexus dealers. Lexus, the pursuit of perfection. So Desmond, RBI hit against Camp yesterday, and against Russell, 1-for-1 career. Pulled the string on him, 80 on the changeup. Interesting numbers. Left-handers toss a lot of off-speed stuff.
Maybe that's why they're staying with Russell.
Sean Camp's batting average against, by the way, is .328. Desmond high in the air, right center. Battling the sun, both outfielders, and it's caught by Sweeney. I mean, they crossed right next to each other, and the Cubs somehow make that play to keep this 1-1.
They got away with one right there. Lefty facing Ian Desmond, I'll tell you what.
That's on top. I mean, everything he does just about squared up lately. Goes down to get it, drives that ball to deep right center. Sweeney was battling the sun. I was watching him as he and De Jesus approached each other. Neither of them able to call it, and Sweeney recovers to make a very good play. I don't think the center fielder would have gotten to that ball. Rafael Soriano here in the 9th inning. When you're the home closer, once the 9th inning arrives and there's no lead, no chance to get a save, so a hold-em situation here. And the Cubs will send up Alfonso Soriano. Scott Hairston pinch hit for, or at least replaced in the lineup by Castillo, the catcher, and then Sweeney. So the Soriano matchup is 1 for 7. And evidently, we got some bad information about the Cubs lineup. The pitcher spot is next. Castillo's batting 7th. And so they've got a pinch hitter on deck. Left-handed hitting Julio Bourbon. Just missing. The count's 2-1.
That pitch has been a strike today at times.
Yeah, like all day.
Not right there.
And a 2-1. Fastball up. Alfonso couldn't get to it.
And he got a pitch, fouled it straight back. And Alfonso wants the fastball back from Rafael right there. Such a big call on a 1-1 count to get a hitter into a 2-1 count.
Soriano reaching, and another perfectly placed ground ball rolls through the infield. On a day when some bullets have been hit right at people, the Cubs have had a couple sneak through here lately. They're making contact, putting the ball in play. And now it'll be Bourbon hitting for the pitcher Russell.
Well, I think Rafael wanted to bounce this to Alfonso right here. Last 2 times Soriano struck out on curveballs in the dirt from Gio Gonzalez. I think they wanted that one in the dirt too. They knew he was swinging and just left it up a hair. Allowed him to get a base hit.
Bourbon as a pinch hitter, 2 for 8. He has faced Rafael Soriano over in the American League, 1 for 3. Whoa, and Suzuki really had to stretch for that.
And Soriano took a look back at the mound after this pitch. Did he have a little trippage right there? Looked right down at the dirt after Kurt Suzuki saved him.
Out to center. Little drop in front of Span. And the Cubs are just bumping the ball around the ballpark here, collecting some hits. They've had 7 hits now in the last 4 innings, and 5 of them against the Nationals bullpen. So 2 on, nobody out.
I'm looking at my scorecard right now. All their hits today have been singles after a number of doubles in this series. And this one a well-placed single off the bat of Bourbon. See if Ryan Sweeney's bunting right here. First and second, nobody out. Oh, playing it straight up.
Takes a strike. Sweeney 0 for 2 career against Soriano. Sweeney 0 for 3 today, 2 strikeouts, a liner to left. 4 of the last 5 Cubs have hit safely going back to the top of the order last inning.
Oh, I just feel like the bunt is the play right here. First and second, nobody out. You got a guy on deck that's got a couple of hits. Could choose to pitch to him with first base open or move the line to Darwin Barney. You got Nate Scherholtz on the bench and some left-handed pinch hitting left. We'll see how this plays out for the Cubs.
Not very well for that out. In fact, Sweeney, left-handed hitter, overmatched by Soriano there. So Wellington Castillo, who came in to catch, is now the hitter.
I don't think the bunt is the play if you're trying to tie the game, but when it's 1-1 in the top of the 9th and you got first and second, nobody out, you got to feel like the bunt was seriously in play right there. Dale Swain gambled, thinking he's got 3 shots, and they're trying to chase the bunt right now. And Kurt Suzuki almost hit David Bell with that throw.
I mean, really wide, and the Cubs score to take the lead. The other runner goes to third. Double steal for the Cubs, and then an error brings in the run. Kurt Suzuki's second error of the year.
I think Davey Johnson wants interference. I mean, for Kurt Suzuki to throw a ball at the third base coach, one of the best defensive catchers in baseball, you got to feel like something weird happened right here besides the throw itself. Let's check it out. Didn't see anything. You're allowed as a hitter to hold your ground. You don't have to get out of the way. You see hitters all the time when a guy steals third base and on the right side, get out of the way and give the catcher Navarro credit right there for standing pat. Or Castillo, excuse me.
Infield has to come in now. Been a tough couple of innings for the Nats bullpen here. 2-1 Chicago. A great chance to make it a 2-run lead. They've got Kevin Gregg, their closer, up now in the bullpen. Way inside, 2-1.
I'm just wondering if Kurt Suzuki, about halfway into that throw, decided that he didn't have a chance at Soriano at third and tried to choke it off. It's the only thing I can think of, because there wasn't contact made. Davey Johnson came out and asked John Tumpane if he saw any contact. He said no. Johnson got the answer he wanted, went back to the dugout.
Straight back goes the pop-up.
Let's check it out one more time. Soriano with a great jump at second base. I mean, you talk about a big-time jump. Suzuki hopping out of there, and did it hit the bat? I couldn't tell.
Two-two pitch popped up. Espinosa right there, 2 outs.
And Carp, help me out right here. The ball hit Castillo's bat on the throw from Suzuki.
See if the bat moves at all.
It did. It ricocheted off his bat, and that's why the throw went so far left. Yeah, hit his bat. And
yeah, that angle really tells it. And like you said, hitter does not need to move. That's his space in the batter's box.
That's something we can't tell from way up here. We have to rely on the monitors, and I didn't see that the first couple of times. And you just know with Kurt Suzuki, there was a reason why that throw went so far foul. Hit the bat of Wellington Castillo, ricocheted down the left field line, and led to a run. Unbelievable.
Showing bunt with 2 outs, Darwin Barney. No balls, 2 strikes. 1-2. That'll be out of play to the left side. So Bourbon on the back end of that double steal went to third. That one will be out of play or unreachable right at the first row.
Still a huge out to get right here to keep this a one-run game.
Nats have the bottom of the order due up in the ninth. That ball approached by Bernardina. He saves a run with a diving catch. You hope Roger didn't roll over his wrist there. Fantastic play by the Shark to keep this a 2-1 game.
Just selling out right there. Might have jammed his thumb a little bit, but keeping this a one-run game, and Soriano improves.
That's extra post game coming up as we head to the bottom of the ninth, with Chicago taking a 2-1 lead in a very interesting top of the ninth inning, right?
Well, I'll say so, Johnny. Weird play. I've seen guys get hit in the helmet. I've seen guys get actually hit where their shoulder hits the guy when he's throwing. And I don't know that I've ever seen a ball hit the bat, but it certainly didn't deflect it off, and they scored a run. He didn't have a chance to throw him out anyway. He had such a great jump. And sometimes you just forget about it. But right here you're going to see as he steps back, he's got to clear himself. He's got to really clear himself a good yard or so away from that hitter. And he didn't clear himself enough. The bat's just straight up. It wasn't any attempt to do it on purpose, but he just got to get himself out of there and get himself in position to throw, and he didn't get far enough away and hit the bat.
And then as you saw, Roger Bernardina, the Shark and left, making a terrific defensive play to keep this a one-run game. Let's send you back upstairs to Bob at FP.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. The Nats have seen Kevin Gregg a lot over the years. Used to be with the Marlins. Not always a closer, but a guy who got talked about over the years as one of those arms with closer stuff. He's 5 out of 5 with the Cubs.
Yeah, fastball slider split. Fastball averaging 91. You saw it right there, two-seam variety. Split the out pitch.
Kevin Gregg on the fastball. That's popped up by Danny Espinosa. And that is Bourbon. Julio Bourbon staying into play left field. 1 out. Nats only 5 hits today. They've been out hit by the Cubs in terms of numbers of hits every game of this series. So Kurt Suzuki now, and then Tyler Moore will come out on deck. Nats would love to get a guy aboard here. And maybe get a chance to use Yuri Perez as a pinch runner at some point. Kevin Gregg and Kurt Suzuki. Suzuki 1 for 6 against him career.
A two-seam fastball down and away, perfectly placed by Gregg. Gets the call.
One ball and 2 strikes. Suzuki 1 for 3 today. Kurt will look it all the way low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gregg had a 5-year period with the Marlins, Cubs, Toronto. Several times over 30 saves a year, and he's going to punch out Suzuki. And Kurt Suzuki gets tossed by the rookie umpire, John Tumpain, who, in all honesty, has had a nightmare behind the plate today.
Well, nobody knows better than Kurt Suzuki, who's been sitting behind the plate next to him all day, watching the wide strike zone, and that's about the 3rd or 4th time on both sides that Tumpain has rung somebody up on strike 3 that may have not been strike 3. You see the frustration by Kurt Suzuki, and that's a whole day's worth of frustration by a lot of players coming out with one player.
Not a good week for umpires in the major leagues. Capped off by this one on Sunday. That's on the corner, and that is Roger Bernardina, who came into play left field. Our copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Washington Nationals Baseball Club and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the Washington Nationals. So Bernardina, Nats' final hope, trying to get aboard here for Denard Span. Two-one pitch. And right now, hitters trying to figure out what they need to offer at and what not.
Well, Gregg, a veteran guy, he's not going to challenge anybody with any kind of pop to pull side right here with a 1-run lead. He's pitching everybody away, making them beat him to the big part of the park. We'd love to see Roger Bernardina's speed on right here if you're Davey Johnson and the Nats.
I'm not sure why Tyler Moore came out on deck when Bernardina was a scheduled hitter, unless there was some question whether Roger could hold the bat or not after his diving play. 3-2 pitch, game over, series over, and the Cubs take 2 out of 3. Nats won big on Friday night. It started out promising yesterday and today. And Chicago able to come from behind both times.
It's time for your Hyundai drive of the game. New thinking, new possibilities. Let's go back to the 9th inning. And Alfonso Soriano, little Soriano on Soriano with a simple ground ball through the hole to start up the inning. Ended up with a big steal at third base to score the go-ahead run, the winning run for the Chicago Cubs.
So the Cubs beat the Nats 2-1, out-hitting them 7-5. And they come in here and take 2 out of 3 against the Nationals, who were on a winning streak for FP and Julie. Bob Carpenter. Tomorrow night, 10-game West Coast trip gets going. That's extra at 9:30, 10 o'clock, Dodger Stadium. This has been a Masson presentation. Johnny and Ray here at the ballpark. Next extra coming your way in a moment. And from the booth, so long for just a while.